Hi everyone, it's Alan Schimmel, DevOps.com, DevOps TV, here in London for the DevOps Enterprise Summit 2018, DevOps Enterprise Summit UK 2018. And I'm joined by an old friend and a new friend, both from Collabnet. To my far right is my old friend Eric Roberts, VP Product. Product
Marketing management.
Product management, okay. From Collabnet. Eric, welcome back.
Thanks.
It's good to see you here on this side of the pond.
Yes, always glad to be here.
Yep. And sitting next to Eric is Logan Daigle, who is the DevOps guy.
Yes, good enough. The DevOps guru.
The DevOps guru at Collabnet. Logan, welcome.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
It's good to have you here. It's good to see a DevOps guru at Collabnet. Right?
Yeah.
It's been an interesting ride, yes.
How long are you with Collabnet now?
2 years.
Okay. So, some Collabnet's, Eric, you and I both know you've been involved with the DevOps Enterprise Summit now for a few years, and on DevOps.com as well. But, you know, Collabnet is one of these, 10 or 12 year startups, or maybe even older than that. I think it was about 16 years old at one. Last time I spoke to Finn.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
So hardly a startup anymore, but still like a startup in many ways.
Innovation. We're driving innovation.
And you guys just came out with a new release. And I don't remember the nomenclature on it, but what release is it?
It's VS. It's all around our VS story to support our enterprise value stream management story. And we have a new release with a product on our agile project management software lifecycle, and also our DevOps, our continuous delivery product, Continuum, which Logan has been instrumental in driving in the marketplace.
So let's start with that one then, Logan. Tell us a little bit about this Continuum.
Yeah, Continuum is a product that allows for teams to start to understand how they drive business value through their DevOps pipeline.
Okay.
It brings business intelligence to DevOps. It helps people understand what we call the last dark mile of software delivery.
Excellent. And you know, that last mile has been a problem no matter what technology of it. It seems like the last mile always comes back to bite you.
Yeah.
And so we have a new release coming out, or it's released already?
Yeah, it's released already. And actually, we always add features and functionality every month. So we release every month a new capability, and we roll that into our overall VS solution. And our next release is coming out next month in the July time.
So it's kind of a monthly release cycle. It's pretty DevOpsy to begin with, right?
Exactly.
And then, Eric, you talked about value stream.
Yes.
And that's been a topic that's been pretty hot here this year at Does UK. You know, the value stream teams and value stream. And I've had some really interesting conversations here around it. Why don't you give our audience a little bit, what do you mean when you talk about the value stream?
Well, Logan, you want to go ahead and take this one since you've been instrumental in really driving that messaging.
Absolutely. Yeah, what we mean is we call it Agile plus DevOps. So we want people to understand from ideation to cache everything about their value stream. From decomposing value from an idea into a user story, connecting that to a commit, and then recomposing the value back to the customer. We give flow metrics to understand your throughput, your batch size, and deployment frequency.
Excellent.
Connecting it all together.
I think that's a great kind of, if not a definition, an illustration of kind of the value stream, if you will.
Exactly. Our definition is your traditional lean value stream management, where it's a series of steps and you measure it. And then it's from the old lean manufacturing days. It's basically, but we're applying that in the software world, which is kind of interesting because if you think about it, the value delivery aspect is not something new because imagine if I order 3 books from Amazon and Amazon couldn't tell me when those books are going to arrive. If I get only 2 of the books out of the 3, is it all in one package? When is going to be as far as the route that's coming there? These are all things that they answer, but in software delivery, we accept that as, well, we'll see what happens when that package gets there in the software delivery world. So it's very interesting how now we're able to basically give that visibility around value in the software world.
Excellent. So, Logan, I'm interested because it's your first time here. I'd like to explore a little bit about what your role is at Collabnet and what you do kind of day to day, in terms of the DevOps role there.
So my chief role over the last 2 years has been to work specifically with customers to help them understand what DevOps means to them, in addition to implementing Continuum and configuring. Just recently, I was given the responsibility of trying to direct our strategy around both Continuum and what we mean when we say DevOps, and now also value stream management. Mm-hmm. So most of my influence has been directly over how customers understand our products and better use DevOps for themselves.
Fair enough. And in, in that role, obviously you're talking to customers all the time. Are you seeing, over 2 years certainly, we see it here at the DevOps Enterprise Summit, a kind of maturation, if you will, right? I mean, so 2, 3, 4 years ago, the question was, so what is DevOps?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Right? What is this DevOps, and how do I do it?
Right.
I think today, people have at least some level set understanding of what DevOps is. So what is the big gotcha, or what's the question that you're getting from these teams?
These teams, now that they understand DevOps, just like you're saying, are really beginning to focus on KPIs and metrics. What are the metrics that are going to get me to understand more about how I deliver software and what's valuable to our business and our customers? Obviously, people go out and read the goal and understand that they need to focus on profit, right? So what drives that has been the big focus, and people trying to mature in that way now.
Yeah, exactly. What we've been seeing earlier is been more tools driven, and now that's being switched over to more process and more metrics, rather than a tools driven approach.
It's interesting because we've done surveys on this in the past, and I think historically with DevOps, like subjectively, people sort of in their gut knew that doing DevOps was good. Right? How good? Mm-hmm. Very good. Exactly. Right? Huge. Exactly. That kind of thing. Exactly. Good. But we've been sorely lacking. What are the right metrics? Mm-hmm. What are the KPIs? What should they be? What indicates a healthy DevOps program? Right? And I don't know if we've really answered that as an industry. It may change from company to company, organization to organization, tool to tool. Do we really, some of the work Dora is doing, and certainly they presented on it here, is kind of groundbreaking.
Yep.
And of course, we have the State of DevOps survey over the last 5 or 6 years. But do we really have a good handle on what, lies, damn lies, and metrics and statistics or what have you? Do we have that?
I think that they're doing great work. Yes. What I like to focus on with the customers is why. They need to understand why, and you'll see that all over the Phoenix Project and the DevOps Handbook and all that literature. You've got to understand that before you.
When you say why DevOps, or why are these the metrics that are important?
Both. Why are we doing DevOps, and why are these the metrics we want to record and
so
measure?
Why are we doing DevOps? What do you hear from that from you talk to customers?
It goes all the way from because the CEO said we had to I know we can do better, and I know that we can work in a better way.
So when the CEO or some other executive says they have to, is it because, did he get a bug up his thing and just wants to do it because he heard that's the new cool thing, so it's shiny trinket syndrome? Or is he saying, look, my competition is eating our lunch, and we've got to change that?
It's often a mix of both.
It's a mix of both, I think. But really, what's important is that the culture. If he or she, as a CEO, says that I need to do this, whether or not it's something I heard or I got to do this because I need to be more competitive in the marketplace as far as being able to deliver capabilities out there. It's really that cultural change, so they have to be behind it, and their people and organization have to be behind it as well to help drive that. Because if that's not there, then you get all these fiefdoms and silos, and then that's where people say, yeah, I'm doing it, but the results and the value are not there.
I do think it's culture. I think one of the issues that we've discussed it over the last 2 days here at DOES is how do you measure the metrics for cultural change, right? How do you, I mean, the initial question is, do I have the right culture? If I don't have the right culture, how do I change the culture? How do I measure that this change is effective?
Yep.
Right? And those are much more subjective than objective tests.
Indeed.
Right?
Yeah.
So you talk to customers, how do you tell them how they know they're on the right track?
Oftentimes, I think it ultimately takes a level of introspection. The company has to support the ability for the teams to be able to freely and openly talk about their experience in their job. So Net Promoter Score is always a good, very simple way to understand, do I like what I'm doing? Do I not like what I'm doing? Do I like my product that I'm delivering? Do I not like my product? And that's a good barometer for leadership to understand what is going on from a culture perspective.
I think that is a good barometer, assuming people are uninhibited in giving their answers.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
I think in a lot of organizations, it's kind of like a Russian election. 97%. Hey, he won with 97%. And that of course is a false barometer of cultural change.
Right.
Yes.
I think number one is transparency.
Yeah.
Transparency and openness.
I agree with you. So what else is happening at Collabnet? You're here exhibiting at DevOps Enterprise Summit. What else? Any other shows, events on the horizon?
Yes, we're at the Safe Summit as well, happening this week.
Where's that?
That's in Frankfurt,
Germany.
Yep.
So you're on your way there from here.
They're already there. There's another team of folks there.
Yeah, we've got another team there.
Great.
On that, and of course the big Agile show that's happening in San Diego.
Yes.
As well.
It's not a bad place for a show.
I know.
One of my favorite
Tough
cities.
life.
I'm actually, yes, I'm going there for a show next year. It is, an interesting aside. You talk to people, yeah, I'm in London this week, I'm on my way to Beijing, I just came from Barcelona, I got to go to Singapore, Australia. And you look at it and say, oh, Eric says, oh my God, I've been on that road trip too.
Right.
You talk to your neighbors at home and you're lifestyles of the rich and famous.
Right, exactly.
You should only know, right?
Right,
And, but that's DevOps, and that's the profession we've chosen, right?
Yes.
And
Exactly.
so it is what it is. That all being said, I want to thank you both for coming down to talk with us today. Where can we get more information on the new Collabnet?
On our website.
Which is?
Yep, collab.net.
Okay.
And then all the information is there, especially in the press release that just came out and goes into more details around our enterprise value stream management.
Great.
And the tool set there.
All right. Well, Logan, this was your first interview here with us, so hopefully it won't be your last. We didn't scare you away.
No, definitely not.
Eric, it's always a pleasure seeing you, my friend.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. The Collabnet team here of Eric Roberts and Logan Daigle.
All right.
I get it. You're going to need to come a few more times
All right.
before I remember that name.
All right, he will.
Logan Daigle of Collabnet here at DevOps Enterprise Summit UK 2018. This is Alan Schimmel for DevOps.com and DevOps TV. Have a great day.